So in English, we have 3 articles, a, and, the, but we also have a 4th case, which is very common, of no article. And you need to learn that case as well. We are going to cover the main cases in which you will not have an article in this lesson. So we don't use articles with meals. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner. For breakfast, I eat yogurt and granola. No article here. I typically eat a sandwich for lunch. Again, no article. It is important for a family to eat dinner together. No article. We won't use an article for languages. For example, English, French, Portuguese. So, I'm studying English. No article. I speak French. Portuguese is a beautiful language. We don't use an article for sports. Basketball, football, cricket, karate. I played basketball as a kid. Football is my favorite sport. Cricket is popular in India. I started taking karate classes last week. We don't use an article for substances. For example, water, sand, dirt, iron. Water is essential for life. Most deserts are full of sand. For positions, we generally don't use an article. So examples of positions are things like president, prime minister, foreign minister, or CEO. And if we use the position as a title before the name, we don't use an article. For example, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is traveling to Paris this week. If we use the position as a descriptor after the name, then we will add the. So Lula da Silva is the president of Brazil. So if you're not being specific, then you use a. She is a director of marketing. Here, it's not clear which company she works for, so we're not being specific, and therefore we just use a. So although we just covered a bunch of rules about when not to use articles, don't forget about specificity. So if we have a sentence like this, the breakfast we had this morning was delicious. Here we are referring to a specific breakfast. So even though breakfast generally does not take an article, because we're being specific, we need to add the. Or, the dirt on the floor needs to be swept up. Same thing. Generally, dirt does not take an article. However, in this sentence, we're being specific. We're talking about the dirt on the floor that needs to be swept up. So, don't forget, if you're being specific, you still need to add the. All right, let's recap what we covered in this lesson. So the main cases to remember for when to use no article are meals, languages, sports, and substances.